Hey folks, Tim here from Rockout Videography. So, I'm on my way to the music store to pick up my brand new Squier Classic Vibe 50s precision bass. And when I get to the music store, I'll play around with it a little bit and then take it home and plug it into the interface and do a proper review. Now, if you're watching this video, then you probably know what this bass is, otherwise you wouldn't be watching it, but just in case somebody stumbled across it, I'll do a little bit of background and review. In 1951, Leo Fender invented what is arguably the first electric bass guitar, certainly the first mass-produced electric bass guitar, and he called it the Fender Precision Bass because unlike an upright bass, it had frets on it, which allowed you to play with precision, and this allowed guitar players to play it. And the very first basses, the original version of the Fender Precision Bass, had the now familiar Stratocaster P-Bass style body. They were slab bodies like a Telecaster. They didn't have any cutouts or contours in them. And they had Telecaster style headstocks. They had a metal plate like the Telecaster for the tone and volume knob. And they had a single coil pickup. And you can see people like Sting and Dusty Hill from ZZ Top playing these style of basses, among others. In 1954, I believe, they added the body contours. These basses also had two saddle bridges, which make them hard to intonate. And in 1957, they made the big change to what most of us are familiar with, which is the Telecaster style headstock, and they put the double pickups in. Now, buying one of these actual real vintage basses can run you up into the tens of thousands of dollars. And there's some options available from the Fender Custom Shop which run in the thousands of dollars. You can buy online a Japanese-made 51 reissue P-Bass, and I've seen those at around $1,300 or so. These basses run $400. They're made in China. And basically they're a recreation of like a 1954, 55, 56 P-Bass. They've got the single coil pickup, the Tele headstock, volume tone knob, and a Telecaster style metal plate. But one thing that's nice about them is they've got the body contours. They also have a 4-saddle bridge, so they're a lot easier to intonate. So for $400, that's a pretty reasonable way to get yourself into a vintage style P-Bass. All the reviews that I've read on these things are really, really good. So when we get to the music store to pick it up, we'll see. Okay, folks, here we are, Ignite Guitar Company, ready to pick up our brand new bass. An Ashdown. Yeah, that's a really bright sound. Do you think these strings are contributing at all?
No, flat ones will be mellowing it out.
Well, yeah, I'm used to that. I play flats on all my stuff, but I've never heard flats sound this bright. You think it's just the brass saddles?
You get more harmonic overtones on brass, that's for sure. Steel. Usually a faster attack sound right off the bat, but then a longer sustain. I don't know what it's from. It's right out.
I'm not finding any dead spots on the neck.
Put them there if you like.
I'm sure. It's amazing what they can make for $400, huh? So guys, here we are. We're back at home in my studio, and I've been lazy about getting this review done. So I've actually had the bass for a little over 3 months since I picked it up in the music store. And overall, I got to say I really like it. I've been playing it at band practice, and I've been to a couple of jam sessions with it, and it plays really, really nice. So we'll go ahead and talk about the features, starting at the bottom and working our way up to the top. The fit and finish quality on this thing is really, really good. It's got a blonde white finish. It's a pine body with maple neck. And the blonde white finish looks it's kind of like tan or actually pink, depending on how the lighting is in the room at the time that you're looking at it. It's got just a single ply white pick guard, no frills. But one thing that I was really surprised is the flame in the maple neck. That's pretty cool, very unexpected. The high mass bridge has got brass saddles on it, which according to Phil, that's contributing to why it sounds so bright. And it's also got period correct small frets. They're not the medium jumbos that most of us are used to on a bass. They are more like guitar frets. The plastic nut is not unexpected for a bass in this price range. But one of the things that I was surprised was that the width of it is, the reviews that I read online, and I'm sure you're reading the same stuff, is talking about how chunky it is. But it's actually narrower than the neck at the nut on my 91 Made in America 62 reissue P bass. It's actually in between that bass and my vintage modified 70s jazz bass. So it doesn't feel chunky at all to me. It's very, very playable. It's got your standard open back large tuners, which is good, and it seems to be staying in tune fine. And as you know, it's really going to be temperature and humidity changes that are going to throw your instrument out of whack, not the tuners. Most of the reviews on this bass that you see, the people are just playing it with the stock round wound strings that come with it, but I had a set of Fender flat wound strings put on it. I like to play flats on all my basses, and also because of the small frets, it's recommended that you play with flat wound strings on these because round wounds can just eat the frets up. We'll go ahead and play it. I'm going directly into my PreSonus 1818 VSL. There's no effects, there's no EQ, no compression. You're just going to get the raw sound of the bass. So we'll start out with the volume and the tone just all the way up. All right, here we go. I'll roll it back a little bit, probably about halfway or so. Here we go. Now we'll roll the tone all the way off. And it was not quite halfway, so here it is all the way off for what this sounds like. So that's what the bass sounds like. That's just the direct raw sound. You can judge for yourself. Keep in mind, anytime you're watching a review of anything that's being played, you're listening. Hopefully, you're listening on good speakers or headphones. But remember, you're listening on your system in your room, so your mileage may vary. Overall, I gotta say, I really, really like the bass. I recommend it to anybody. If you're looking for one of these early 50s vintage style P basses, I don't see how you could go wrong. It was like $407 out of the mom and pop store. And you're seeing them online, Sweetwater, Musician's Friend, Guitar Center. They're listing at $399, so you may pay a little bit more. But basically, yeah, I would say, listen to the sounds and see whether you like the tone. Some people are going out and they're replacing the pickup. I don't have any plans to do that. I might upgrade the pick guard at some point in time just for the heck of it. But right now, this is my #1 bass. This is a bass that I'm playing. And I realize whenever we get a new toy, we're enthralled with it for a while. But this is a totally giggable bass. There's no reason why you couldn't go out and gig with this thing and play. So if you've got the hankering for an early 50s P bass, I recommend you go out and get it. Thanks a lot for watching. Again, as always, if you like this video, please like it, and you can follow me on Facebook as well. Have a great day, everybody. Take care.